Hey, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I have Jake here with us. He came in second place today. With his Broly, I almost said Surge, wow. Red Broly aggro deck.
Yep.
Now, Jake, I know you like taking decks I make and finding a way to make them better.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like always, hit the like, subscribe button if you enjoy our content. Don't forget to hit that bell as well. And Jake, let's get into his profile.
All right. You know how I like to do it. I like to do it by packages. We start with the leader. This is the Red Broly leader from set 11. On the front side, once per game, you can search your deck for a 1-drop red extra card and add it to your hand. Once per turn, you can pick up a card from your life and add it to your hand for crit. And at 4 life or less, you can awaken, restand 2 energy. For the backside is +5 on swing and draw a card. If you have a Broly in play, you get crit, and most of the time you will. When this card, and lastly, when one of your Brolys gets removed from the board, you can activate the auto to discard a card from your hand and play a 4-drop or less Broly to replace it.
Gotta keep that chain going.
Oh yeah. Best way to start the chain are these tournament pack Brolys. And we'll talk more about these later in the profile, but I used to be of the persuasion that you did not need these to run the deck. I would try and get at least 2. They're going to get reprinted later. You can play this deck without these tournament pack Brolys, but it's nowhere near as consistent, you guys. Next up, we play 4 of the Saiyan Youth Brolys. It's a 1-drop Broly, it starts the chain, and it gets a little power boost from Ba to become a relevant swinger. Really, I think the ideal split is probably like that. But with a playset of these being around $200, that's not what we're doing for this event.
Yeah. Shout out to Angel.
Hang on.
Shout out to Angel.
That's clean. That's clean. 4 3-drops. 4 4-drops. These will add markers to our unisons when they come into play.
And rip your opponent's hand.
Yeah. 4 5-drops.
More ripping.
4 6-drops.
More ripping.
And the secret rare to top off the chain.
Just shuts the whole field down.
Oh, yes. And that is our Broly pieces in this Broly deck.
It is. It really is.
Next up, we're going to do it a little bit differently because I want to talk about things in a different order. So we're going to go in with Unisons. Piccolo Jr. and Kale.
You seriously want to play 2 of those?
I only own 2. If I had more, I'd play more.
Man, you could turn 1 against me.
Right. And I had the other one was in the drop in the game against you, too. If you have these, play these at 3 and Kale at 2. Honestly, some decks go 4, Piccolo Jr. and cut Kale entirely. I don't like that because Kale helps you find pieces you don't need, and she's the only thing in the deck that can grab the secret rare.
Yeah.
So, Kale is... I don't know what I want to do with Kale. This card was great for me all day. Bancroft's rolling his eyes, but this is a spice that I first saw one of our locals using, and then recently it topped an event. This will let you go get battle cards that we have hidden in the deck later with its -6, and even though it's a -6, with the way you're adding markers in a swap deck, getting there is very achievable.
Yeah. I heard you talking about it outside, and I was like, Oh, wait, we're playing each other? Alright.
But it shouldn't ever come off because
2 Vampas.
That's all you ever need.
You don't need more. I've seen lists go 3 deep on this.
It doesn't say fitness anymore.
No, these are 2 foils. I can't edit some foils. Yeah, don't ever go deeper than this on Vampa, especially if you have tournament pack Brolys, because if you have a TP Broly, this isn't really needed. It's just nice to have. But in the games where you don't see your tournament pack Brolys, this is really your main way of generating advantage. We played 2 Red Bean. I might go down on this later. It didn't really come up today, but that doesn't mean it's a bad card. I just think Red Broly might not be the best deck for it. We play 2 Max Power against Sin Shinron and 6-drop Gogeta from set 11. You have to have this card. Sin Shinron is literally an auto loss if they can board the 9-drop before you go up the chain. So you have to have max power in those matchups. As clunky as it is to run in this deck, I just couldn't bring myself to run only one. in a best of one format.
Right.
Then we play one Violent Raise. This is another situation of if you have more, play more.
Oh, yeah.
I would probably cut a Red Bean and play 2 copies at least if I was able to.
Mine too.
But this is a great negate. Shuts down a lot of the spam decks that are going on right now and can buy you some time to go up the chain. So we're going to end off with supporting battle cards. It's kind of a weird way to end, but that's how we're going to do it. 4 Ba. So this is what you grab off your tournament pack, Broly. This is probably the most important card to not draw to your hand in the deck. Anytime you see this in your opening hand, send it back. There's so many ways to play it from the deck for free. We almost never want to pay 2 energy for this. But even if we do, it's not the worst 2-drop blocker in the world because it does help you fill in pieces of the chain that you don't have. Although we want to focus on playing this for free. Next up, 4 Raditz. I was thinking about going back to 3-1 with the Whis like I had it, but I just think Raditz is too powerful and it's live way too often in this deck to not run it at a 4 of.
And with Broly, you do have a chance of running out of cards in your hand or going very low, so cycling through your cards is always nice.
Yeah, put an extra Unison, put an extra card you won't need on the bottom, and draw 2. We played 2 Double Strike Kais because Double Strike Crit is just so powerful that, again, it feels kind of anemic not to have this at least 2.
This card will now be known as the card that makes Jake cocky.
It is. It's very... It is. I get a little bit cocky when the Kai comes out. But it's just that mohawk, man. Like, does anybody else in DBZ have a hairstyle that clean? Maybe Raditz, but that's it.
Our neighbors call him Ghost because he doesn't like going
1 Paragus.
They see him.
This should be a tournament pack Broly if I had a 3rd one, but it's Paragus.
No, that's okay. And
2 of these Bardoks. A lot of people go for the 4 of Piccolo, and I think they're just different cards. They do different things. Bardock stays, Piccolo leaves. In my list, I feel like it's right to play 2 of these, but there's a case to be made for cutting these, playing another Paragus, and playing 3 of the new Piccolos, which are right here. These new Piccolos. You can play them for free when you have a Unison with a lot of markers, which, if we see a Unison, we will. This is also a good get off of the -6 off of the Piccolo Jr. Unison. And just one of the more interesting cards in the deck, because it is free. Although, I still like Bardock better. Just as a generic card,
I mean,
I think
if
Bardock might be.
Bardock's on the board, you swing, they negate, it restands.
Yeah, I just think
Right?
Bardock is...
Restand, right?
Yeah, it restands on a counter once per turn. Yeah, so this is just more versatile. The advantage of this is you can charge them, and they're 5k combo power.
Yeah.
And then the last card in the deck is a 1 of Fearless Pan.
Because you do not want to see that.
No, this is another card you do not want to see in
And
your
you
hand
got
ever.
so lucky if not being in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, if it does get stuck in your life off the -6, go grab one of these and maybe a 3-drop Broly or something.
Yeah.
But usually I don't like playing 1-ofs in my decks, and as you can see, this deck is an exception, not the rule. There's a lot of weird 1-ofs in here. But this card, if you can actually board it and apply pressure with it, is probably one of the stronger cards in the list, even though it's from set, like, what, 3?
Yeah. BT3, yeah.
Yeah. Just Double Strike Crit is a really oppressive ability, and being able to apply that to multiple cards on your field for no energy off of the -6 is pretty solid.
Yep.
And even if we have to cast it for 3 in some
It's still
crazy
not a bad
situation,
card.
it's still not a bad card. It's still blocker barrier.
Yep. So, with that being said, appreciate it, Jake. Hope you all enjoy that. If you have any comments or concerns, put it in the comments down below. You know the routine. Like, subscribe, and all the fun stuff. Jake, final words?
If you want to win, you have to practice. And if you're in the combo step, say all your numbers before you offer the fist bump.
Exactly. And don't forget the thinking comment
Oh,
as well.
yes. Say thinking when you want more time.
Exactly. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. Like always, read your cards, know your plays, and fluff out.
Bye, y'all.